of the evening. I know you guys
Spoilers.
super,
And hey, we've got
super excited about
Josh in chat as well.
Yeah, we got Josh Robinson versus David Schuchart.
Schuchart is a new face to the shop. I like the pronunciation that you have of his last name.
I'm sure he's gonna find me later and be like,
"Hey, look, it's me."
This is completely incorrect.
That is not how you pronounce my name.
But Josh piloting Black White Tokens to currently a third place.
I would like to officially give the title of the go-to token player at our shop to Josh.
Okay.
I think it is fair to say now that when people think of a Black White token player, they're thinking of Josh now for Modern. I had piloted previously, and every so often I'll like bring it back because it's a fun deck to play.
Sure.
But I have to say he is the Black White token player now at Comic Kung Fu and Modern Magic Mondays. So he really got like pushed up there in the top 8 for just kind of trouncing, like stomping on the burn players, like at the beginning of the seasons, where
True.
he'd be like, burn player on camera, boom, he's able to get the life link and just kill him. Next round, burn player on camera, the same thing kind of happened. So he did really well to kind of place himself within the top 8 going into season 3 here.
And we're keeping Josh going to start with a windswept heath. David with a Gataxian probe going to 18.
All right.
What am I dying
Ooh,
to?
Zealous is nice to have
Oh,
in
boy.
hand, actually.
Zealous Persecution.
Hey, I'm just going to fill up my graveyard. This is actually really scary.
This is, he does have Become Immense in hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm just noticing.
Davin. Okay, I got you. Davin, not Davin.
Davin.
That's how he's... I like it. It's like Gavin.
Ah.
Gavin.
Gavin.
No green mana, though.
Not currently. And maybe that's what he was really digging for, too.
Could have been. Oh, no. It's Davin. I had it right the first time.
Oh, so not like Gavin.
Alright. Nailed it. Davin DeCaneth. Stop it. Stop it.
All right.
Here we go. 2 mana.
Tangible Virtue.
Nailed it. Let's
Given
just go
his tokens +1/+1 and Vigilance.
Yeah. Oh, Noble. That would be great if we had a forest of some kind.
Glistener Elf over there too.
Oh, he's got some dudes. He's got at least 2 Glistener Elves. And he's just gonna get rid of one.
Move to discard.
Oh, that's bad. Pass is back.
I would like to go to 17.
Josh just says, that's cool. I've got mana for days. And
Spectral?
that's Lingering Souls.
I would like to get 2/2 white flying spirits with Vigilance.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh no.
He must just have a surplus of creatures.
Yeah.
Lots of phone calls. Flashback Lingering Souls.
Yeah, swing in for 4 here.
Thoughtseize. Josh says, you know what, man? I really got to take a look and see what's going on in this hand. Oh, I'm like real dead. If you could just get some mana.
So what do you strip away here? Because we've got a Glistener Elf, we have a Noble, we have a Blighted.
Blighted. I mean, everything else is totally, his Glistener Elves, we can block those.
Yeah.
Nobles, we can block those. And yep, drawing the Wooded Foothills. Part of me thinks that even though he's having to discard, you definitely you don't want to discard that Blighted Agent, especially with that Thoughtseize. Hindsight is 2020 though, so we'll continue on. It's gonna get a Forest, and let's just go ahead and play Listener Elf. That Intangible Virtue makes things really difficult because he's got an Inkmoth Nexus.
He does, and like the normal evasion, like Infect usually would have a hard time with a deck like Black-White Tokens because
Sorin.
It goes wide, and the normal stuff that Infect does to evade it, like if it doesn't have a Blighted Agent, which only runs 4, is to run Inkmoth Nexus and have the flyers. Well, if you can't fly around this stuff because all of this stuff are tokens and fly, then you're going to be in for a bad time. So Josh basically able to seal it up there, lays down the sword, and at that point it's like, well, yeah, you have intangible. All your guys are going to be 3/3 swinging in. I'm only at 11 life. Let's go to game 2. And let's take a look at our sideboards then as we get ready for game 2. Yeah, Distortion Strike is a good one. Some people are starting to fade away from it. I will never fade away from it. I think it's too good not to have in. People tried Slip for a while, but it's just not where it's at. So, why don't you get us started with our sideboards?
Oh yeah, you know it. Josh, rocking 2 Spell Skites, 1 Murderous Cut, 2 Core Firewalker, 2 Timely Reinforcements, 2 Stony Silence, 2 Rest in Peace, 2 Sundering Growth, and 2 Surgical Extraction. Let's just go ahead and bring in those Spell Skites.
Okay.
Perfectly fine with that. We'll bring in a Murderous Cut as well, just to, really seal the deal on some targeted removal. And I think everything else is just kind of padding at this point. Those are the 3 cards that really stand out to me for Josh to kind of side in.
Yeah, the other option, depending on what Josh has in his main board that he can bring out, like if he's sitting there and go, well, these 5 cards I can shave away.
Sure.
But if he's like, 3 cards, that's easier to replace. The Surgical Extraction actually can be relevant here because if Josh lands that like turn 1 Inquisition or Thoughtseize and has a Surgical with him, he can just strip away a huge chunk of Davin's deck, whether it's a creature or a pump spell.
True.
So
it's a good point.
It is relevant there. But again, the like you were talking about, the removal and the Spell Skites there for protection are the big jump out. Hey, this'll really save me.
Right.
I don't want to strip too much away from my deck by adding the Surgicals there. On Davin's side, he's got 2 Dismember, 1 Grafdiggers, 1 Apostles, 2 Spell Pierce, 3 Nature's Claim, 2 Kitchen Finks, 2 Twisted, 1 Wild Defiance, 1 Dispel. The Spell Pierces actually matter because a lot of the stuff Josh is going to be playing are non-creature spells, and the deck is kind of a mid-range deck, and like most of the stuff it wants to be playing is that 3-4 mana time frame there. So I think that is a good spot to be in. The Nature's Claim is another thing you should consider bringing in here.
Yep.
And we've made the argument about Twisted Image against Spell Skites and things like that, but I think the Nature's Claim is more important than the Twisted here because the Intangible Virtue is actually a relevant card.
Yes.
Because now instead of having just 1/1s, you have 2/2s that you're facing down.
Oh, they also have Vigilance.
And they have Vigilance, yep. So
Dionysus makes a pretty decent point. Honestly, think many players overvalue Surgical. They're like, yeah, I got him. I got that 1 card, that 4 copies out of your deck, and that's going to save me.
Yeah, but so, like, that's the thing. It's like, if you know you have some more dead draws, then I say bring it in. But the other thing with Infect is stripping. So it doesn't run that many creatures. So if you can get, like, you're on the play and you can get an Inquisition or Thoughtseize with a surgical there and get rid of his creatures, it can actually be pretty effective. Or even like one of his pump spells, kind of thing. So I don't know. It's in this situation, more removal is definitely beneficial here. But if you think, oh, this card is not going to help me in this matchup at all, like it's definitely in this deck for different positions. Like you want it to be as fast as possible. So if you have a bunch of planeswalkers or the 4-cost stuff, maybe shave down on some of them for a surgical kind of thing can be something to consider.
Alright, so we've drawn 7 cards. I see a couple lands in there for David. He's going to keep. Josh is going to keep. Let's go. Windswept Heath into a breeding pool. So 17, starting off the only way Nan knows how to play.
Mm-hmm. Glistener Elf.
Gotta be.
Could be a Noble into a Blighted Agent next turn.
It's gonna be a Noble. Passes. Ooh, Shambling Vent for Josh. A little bit slow. Thoughtseize would have been nice. Take a look and see what it's in his hand. Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Right.
So this is a hand that's set up. Like, yes, he's got the
Exalted
Ink Moth here,
Yeah.
but he does have the Noble setup. So the normal mana sink that you'd be like, this really sucks, isn't going to be as bad because you know Josh is not going to be having that many creatures out yet because all of his main token generators are 3 mana.
Sure.
So
Spectral Procession, Lingering Souls,
timely reinforcements,
things
like that.
Plays of Plains, gets that Spells Guide out there.
That is nice. I mean, that means he'll only take 3 poison this turn.
David with 2 Become Immense in hand. The next card to get banned. Double Exalted trigger. So, and here's why Noble Hierarch is so good and why Spellskite looks really bad in the face of 2 Noble Hierarchs. Is David doesn't even need to pump. He's got a 4-turn clock.
Now, that Zealous that he had last turn or last game would be super relevant here.
Yes.
But this is actually important too because now there's 3 spirits.
There you go.
And so that 3/3
he's gonna do some
Ink
work.
Moth is basically saying, well, you could triple block here, my Ink Moth dies, because any spell that I play could just be wasted because of your Spellskite. So we'll have to see what David's got available to him. Like something like a Wild Defiance, Rancor, those kind of things could definitely make a huge difference. Okay. Double checking the Spellskite,
Yeah.
the ruling of it.
Let's read the bane of my existence here.
So he's like, oh, look at all these great pump spells that
Yep.
I can't use.
And because of the way the black-white tokens list is set up, you can't even try and bait your opponent into paying 2 life per pump spell. Ooh, yes, bingo. We got a reader.
You got a reader, bingo.
Plays a Godless Shrine, tying it up 16-16.
16 all. Alright. 4 mana means Planeswalkers are now live for Josh.
Plays Lingering Souls. just to gum up the board.
Yeah, and that's also saying, hey, I can start swinging in with my spirits that I've got. Now that I've got these guys back on D. So 3 will come across, switching it over from down to 13. Cataxian Probe.
Fires off a Cataxian Probe. What do you got in hand? Hey, best card in Magic, a Swamp, a Spectral Procession, and a Sorin Solemn Visitor.
Path is nice. There's... So, really, David's like, I need some way to get rid of that Spellskite. And if he's did not cite in his artifact removal, he's going to be really hurting here.
Spirit jumping in front of the
Chooses
way.
to do that over the Spellskite.
Interesting. I guess maybe it was kind of made the call of, do I lose a spirit or potentially lose my Spellskite?
Yeah, what could of shenanigans might you have
right.
for doing this?
It's a trap.
And here's our sword saying, I would like to gain a bunch of life, please. Nope, opting for the 2/2 flying vampire here, basically saying, I can have him on D, and then next turn I'm adding an extra threat your way, but in the meantime, here's 3 more damage. Interesting.
He can make a potato. Noble.
And he does.
Double Exalted. Chump block.
Throw this guy in the way.
Yep. Pass back.
He's got 9 damage on board.
Oh, he's tapping a lot of mana.
Oh,
man.
emblem plus
Go.
swing.
Just jam them all in there.
Because then 3, 6, 9.
Oh, that's a whole lot
Just
of
from
damage.
the spirits.
Yep. Vampire makes 13.
I played safe, he says. Yeah, I think that's the better, like, don't want to sit here and overcommit to something and end up dying. When next turn you can just be like, well, knowing full well that you're not going to have much, I can just now commit. Jumps in with a spirit. I mean, now he can emblem his Gideon. And the other guy, Gideon, stays alive.
Spectral Procession.
Generally a safe player.
Get 3 more spirits.
Crash of Rhinos. I wonder how many other cards are considered like a group of animal names. Like Crash of Rhinos, Parliament of Owls, Murder of Crows.
Parliament of Owls just sounds cool.
Doesn't it? Tower of Giraffes.
Oh, the Spellskite's gonna get frisky as well.
Mm-hmm.
Path.
This before blockers. There's a whole book on it? What?
Vines.
Redirect? Did he kick that Vines? Or just play the Vines?
He did not. I think he just kicked. Alright, he just played it. Might have
Calls a herd.
And, yep. Extension of the hand. Just not able to battle through Josh's tokens.
No, and I remember playing a GP or an Open.
Sure.
I think it was an Open. Yes, it was an Open because the player who was playing the black-white token list that I lost to got 10th place at that Open.
Oh, okay.
And after that, I was like, I want to make this deck.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Because it is really good at disrupting an Infect player. With the removal that it's got available, the amount of creatures that it can make, and it's got disruption with Inquisitions and Thought Seizes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, very, very good match there for Josh, showing kind of playing it safe,
what that deck
consistent with that deck, how well you can do with it. Are Infect players 2-2 or no 1-3 on camera tonight? Not a good night to be an Infect player.
No. We're just prepared for the shenanigans of an Infect player.
I know.
Remember
Everybody is.
that.
Remember that. We are not putting up with your games. Hey, my blossoming defenses are in the mail.
Oh, good.
So, Lyle and Chris Bauer are tied up.
They're going to ID.
They're going to continue to be tied up going into the last round.
What's 13 points among friends?
Right. Hey, I know you
both
missed
of
a
us.
week. Looks like you could get closer to the top.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in top 8 yet, but 13 points will put me pretty close. So
Everybody wins.
everybody wins here, especially when Tim, who's like that 7th, 8th spot, only has 6 points right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Josh now at 9 points. Ben's at 9 points. Dwayne at 9 points. Julie at 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, TJ, Davin? Not Gavin.
Not Gavin.
Davin. Davin, Tim, Harrison, Leighton, and Matthew, all at 6 points.
Yep.
Jeremy and Max rocking 3. Let's take a look. Final round, guys.
Let's do it.
Never a good
My
night.
guess is it's not an Infect player.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, crap.
Oh, look at this!